Hello there, fellow summoners. M.O.D.O.K HT here, and got another Alliance War node video for you. This is node 53, the mini boss. I've actually been requested a few of these, so I'm going to do this one first before I do some of the other ones that are in the phase 2 section. And this first one that we have up is a Dr. Doom. This is in the preseason, so I'm not boosting. I had Torch dead already. I don't recall where I killed him off, but I figured, you know, it's the preseason. We'll go with Sunspot, and we'll see if we can't take this dude down. So basically, we're just gonna try to hard block, bait out that heavy, and then get some incinerates on. Try not to get smacked in the face like that. And here I'm gonna try to just wait out that Hazareth so that I don't get shock applied to me. Hit him with a special one and should be able to get a long stun, and we take off the stun timer with that L1, kind of do it again back into the L1. So we're doing some pretty good damage. We're getting some good rotation on the timing, and we're just gonna keep going. That time I didn't throw the L1. I'm gonna hit him with a special 2, but we're waiting out this Hazareth timer. We don't want to get shocked, and we're trying to bait the heavy. We do, but we get power stolen. We're trying to get off that indestructible, and yeah, that didn't work out so well. So here we're just trying to wait this out. Still have 45 charges left, which isn't a ton, but this special 2 I'm hoping will do a ton of damage, and it does pretty good amount. And yeah, but it's just not going to be enough, and I'm going to run out of charges where I won't be able to do any incinerates, and actually I might die before that, but regardless, that's the one problem with Sunspot with this node, is if you run out of charges, his flares or whatever they're called, yeah, it's gonna be hard to finish it out. And I died, and I let somebody else clean it up with it being off-season, preseason. And here's another preseason war. This is a M.O.D.O.K. He's kind of a pain in the butt on this node. You just really have to learn to block a lot, block early, and be able to get out of those heavies. And for this one, again, it's preseason, so I didn't even heal. I'm not boosting. This is not like the typical fight that I would normally do. And I'm just gonna try to get this guy to get some incinerates on him and try to keep his stun shield down and hopefully make it through this fight. And also going to just be blocking the L1s because I don't want to trigger the indestructible. And there I was trying to back out and I parried instead of dashing back. I didn't even think I was going to try to block on that. Anyways, I died, had teammates come in, finish it off. Now here's one that is a really good fight. This one's Killmonger. Again, it's in the preseason, and I think I put on an indestructible, invulnerable boost. Let me check, and a mystic boost. So the invulnerability boost, I actually had one expiring, so that's why I used that. And then I figured, you know, if this is going to be like a test to see how well SymSupreme can do on Killmonger, let's put on a 200% mystic boost. I'm not going to do any other boosts, but in a season war, I definitely would be putting on triple boost for this fight, and I would be putting on a power start 1 boost. So this guy's got suicide, so that does help on this fight. It's a 6-star. I didn't show it, but I believe it's just only SIG 20. So the reverb damage isn't going to be super significant. And you just got to be really good about blocking early and then getting out of those blocks. You can do it without triggering the indestructibles. So there he fires his L2. I'm already up to L3 because Symbiote Supreme, his passive power gain will still work. So him, Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme, those champs that have those passive power gains, you will still gain power, which is significant for this fight. And then once I get that L3 off, I'm just trying to find an opening to where I can start wailing into this guy. Look at those bleeds, an L2, and tons of damage. Brings me back up to an L3, and I'm blocking. Make sure that you do not do an L3 while you have indestructible off. So I'm going to L3 this dude again, and it's going to eat him up like significantly. And then just block. You got that perfect block stuff going on with him activating all three phases. Hit him with another L2, boom, he's dead. So if you would have started with a Power Start 1, it would have made the rotation of this fight significantly easier. Symbiote Supreme is a great option. Got Killmonger can be a pain in the butt. So here's another one. We got Thing. Now Thing is probably the most common fight that I saw all season. I mean, it's almost probably half my fights were a Thing. And to be honest, like, please just give me a Thing, because I feel like this is the easiest fight for me to deal with. Now this guy has some max limber. I was kind of slow on that heavy charging and whatnot, so I missed on that. Luckily I didn't get smacked. Now my thing here with Human Torch is I just don't care about my temperature. You know, while the incinerates will last longer and all that, it's just one more thing that I just feel is so unnecessary to manage to do this fight well. You know, you have on-demand incinerate with the medium, light, mediums. So it's really easy to just do shorter combos, knock down the stun shield, and then get parries, medium, light, medium, and just keep rinsing. And the damage from your incinerates is going to be plenty. And typically I'm never throwing too many specials in this fight. Like I got to L3, I could have thrown it. And here I do get smacked. Luckily I don't die. But the one thing that you don't want to do is you don't want, for me personally, I don't want to trigger this Nova Flame, just because then you have all that downtime window where you can't knock down the stun shield. And I just like to be able to stun Thing on this node. Now this is getting tight here. Block the first part of that. But see, like, now the stun shield's up, so I can't stun him. And I'm gonna trigger the indestructible from trying to get away from this dude. And then finally it wears off. So now I can kind of go back in, bait the heavy, medium, light, medium, knock down the shield. And now this fight is obviously not the best, but I am gonna finish it off. I believe I finished this off by the skin of my teeth. But for me, it's just all about trying to time those combos to where you are knocking down the stun shield. You got easy openings to parry, to knock off the indestructible shield if you happen to dex early, which I'm just doing a ton of. I have much better versions of this fight later on in this video. But like there, I got out of the L1 range without triggering dex, go back in, finish him off. So while I finished, here comes another one. It's just, for me, again, the strategy is bait the heavy, go back in, get him with potentially just one hit, just a medium or a light, knock down the stun shield, and then kind of parry, medium, light, medium, all the way until you get to the 15 rock stacks, and then let him throw his L1, L2, and then go back in. And you just keep repeating that damage. There again, I tried to do a stun with a longer heavy, and he was able to limber out of that and get out. But you know, if you trigger the indestructible, you just get, you know, one hit in, and then slowly drop back, get a parry, knock off that indestructible, start your damage up, medium, light, medium, and just keep going to town. And then I just tried to time my combos. Like normally when I play with Torch, I'm just pretty much doing medium, light, and mediums just because I want my hits to that are giving the opponent power to do the most damage possible. And a medium, light, medium is going to apply 3 incinerates. Your third and fourth light attacks, if you were doing like a 5-hit combo, those don't apply incinerate, so you just don't do as much bang for your buck. But I will extend the combo if I'm like in the middle of my combo and I know that stun shield is going to be expiring, so I stretch it out, potentially even slow down my combo, and then make sure I end on a medium to knock it down, and then you just play normal. Here I go and I throw up another L3, and this is nice. This one's a little bit better because the stun shield was off for a significant time with him. It was like at 1 or 2 rock stacks. So the damage that I got off on that L3 with the power, the Nova Flames, I didn't get him to throw any specials, but the Nova Flames are going to do extra damage. So here, hit him with 1, knock down the stun shield, go back down and parry him, knock off the indestructible, and then just keep going to town. And so it's not too bad. And then you just got to watch that combo on the rock stacks and just make sure that he keeps throwing those specials. You know, even if you trigger that indestructible, it's not that big of a deal. Just kind of keep your cool and just keep putting those incinerates on, and then you can easily knock down the stun shield, and you can stun, knock off the indestructibles, and just keep repeat. So yeah, this is not a bad fight. Like if there was anybody that I would want to fight, it would be Thing on this note, and that's at least my opinion with my rank 3 Torch. So that Thing goes down, another solo, and then here we have an interesting fight. This is the last preseason fight in War 6 of the preseason. This is a Nova, and I went into this thinking, Human Torch could probably do this. But I brought Claire just because I was gonna switch to the poison mode, which can knock down the shield as well, because you can do it with either a poison or an incinerate. There's not too many champs that are really solid options, I believe, as a poison attacker, because there's not too many that have like on-demand poison. It's more RNG based. But Claire with her mediums, you can throw off a poison. With her L1s, you can throw off poisons when you switch to that mode. And so I go in here, and Nova is a defender, so he can get the indestructibles. And my goal here was just to get to poison, which I passed up. Oh no, you can't. She does have incinerate too. You don't even have to do poison, but you can get the power drain. And I think I just switched to incinerate because I wanted the Hellfire state, which has the big damage. But here I'm gonna have an L2. I'm just blocking this stuff. It does a significant amount of damage. That's the one nice thing. You don't even have to hit the opponent with your L1 to get that stun shield down, because your L1 just applies it. Here I go Hellfire. It does a lot of damage there, which was nice. And here I'm just trying to block that. I didn't get out of the way out of that last part. Trying to get back to an L2 so I can get some Hellfire damage and kill this dude off. And it looks like I think I die here right at the end. Trying to bait this special out. I do block, but I die from the block damage. So like in a normal fight in the season, I would have been boosted and I would have taken that dude down. So I come back in here with Torch. Yeah, Torch could do this well too because he's got a lot of energy damage, so he'll build up smolders. But I didn't bring him in initially just because that wasn't part of the plan, and I didn't want to heal him up. And being at 50%, I didn't think that was going to be a viable option. But I melt the rest of this guy, just block that stuff, and he's going to go down on this next combo. If I can bait it. Gotta watch out for the auto block, which kind of sucks. But there, he goes down. So Nova or Claire can pretty reliably do that fight. Here we got season 1. So this is where we're getting real. We're boosting. There, I got showing my boosts. I got Torch all ready to go, and let's go take down this Doctor Doom. It's a rank 5 Doctor Doom, almost max sig. So you know, when he throws an L1, he has Hazareth up. You're gonna want to kind of stay back so he doesn't shock you when you, because you're, you know, whether you're gonna block or attack, he can apply a shock to you. So here, this one's all about parry, medium, light, medium, and trying to. So there, I was extending the combo, and this was brutal. So I was extending the combo, but I forgot about switching over to Nova. So I had enough incinerates that were lasting long enough because my temperature was high enough to where I switched to Nova, and that Nova Flame applied, and I wasn't able to put on an incinerate. I put on a Nova, and it didn't knock down the stun shield, and then I got stunned because I tried to parry. So that really sucked. I think, you know, playing this again in the future, I would definitely try to make sure I play it a little bit slow to where I'm not going to go into Nova Flame, because Nova Flame just kind of messes up the rhythm. But I survived, took that dude down, got the solo, and the first season fight on Polka Dot, I soloed. Happy with that. Here we have a thing. We're gonna have several things, and I believe I solo every single one of them. So this one isn't a max sig, 142. It's a pretty high sig though, but it's just gonna allow me to do some more damage when he has protection up, and we're just gonna go in. You know, this isn't gonna go any different than the other ones. Knock down the stun shield, parry, medium, light, medium, parry, medium, light, medium. Again, like there, I did try to do a heavy, but it just, you know, for me, I feel like it's not worth charging the heavy. Just get the incinerates on and just kind of go with the flow. I think heavies kind of just break up the rhythm a little bit, at least for me. And here, see, like, okay, we're almost at max temp. Again, you will get more damage off, but I don't know. Rhythm wise, I would rather not. So here I'm going to extend my combo, and I just missed it. I thought I was going to slow it down just enough to where I would get that stun shield down, and I didn't. Here we disable it. We got to 15 rock stacks. Now we're going to try to bait this thing out. We do, and extend it out. Boom, I just disabled it. Now I'm going to hit him with Nova. So the stun shield is going to be active for the longest period of time. But how many rock stacks does this do that? Because I think he's at a high rock stack. 6. It's not a ton. But here I just totally wasted a whole bunch of time because I had Indestructible still up. So again, thing will go down if you just kind of stick to dealing with knocking the shield down, getting nice, easy parry, medium, light, mediums in, and then just watching his rock stacks. Ignore the temperature, and then just kind of go to town. So yeah, this fight is going okay. He's at 15, and I'm like, okay, good. He went back. I'm going to tap into his block, go back again, tap into his block, push him over to L1. I got Indestructible up, doesn't matter. Just bait that L1. I'm going to go in, incinerate him, and parry, medium, light, medium. I throw off my L2. Got to be careful with an L2 because if you stun him, it could fit in that window of that stun timer to where it could get reflected, I believe, especially if you're in Nova Flame. So yeah. So anyways, this is going fairly well. I think I'm not going to take any hits in this fight. We got 12 rock stacks, Boom, 15. Launch the L1. And then just kind of go and, you know, a lot of these hits are under indestructible. That's fine. Just keep the rhythm and just kind of feel it out. Okay, here we're going to finish them off with an L3 and we get another solo of a thing. But yeah, that's my strategy for trying to take these guys down, and you know, it works pretty well. Granted, I do have a rank 3 torch, but a rank 5 torch can pretty much do the same thing. It'll just take a little bit longer. Now here we got a M.O.D.O.K. We want payback. We died to that M.O.D.O.K. earlier in the off season, and so it's a rank 5. I got my torch. It's boosted from the line that was going up on path 1. Taking a whole bunch of fights. I think this is my last fight, and I'm going to do a regen boost. And do I heal up at all? Yeah, I think I'm going to throw in a health pot, because this dude, you want health, because you're going to do lots and lots of blocking. You're going to build up a lot of smolder, but you know, this guy's got block damage, and then every 7th hit or whatever is guaranteed crit, so it's going to do some bigger damage. So yeah, so let's take this dude down. So again, all I want to do is, you know, you can do some intercepts like that and knock down the stun shield. Now on this one, I do want to build up my temperature, because I want to make every incinerate count, because they don't come by as easy. And just got to be really, really careful about stunning this guy. There, eat a freaking combo to the face. I think I was worried about, am I going to be able to get a parry stun off before that stun timer goes. I throw off an L2. Do not do that. I got lucky that I didn't get punished big time. There's really not enough time to get an L2 off clean with torch. I think if you have like the Sunspot synergy, if they block the L2, you kind of get like a miss thing where you can evade that first hit. But I don't have that active, but just FYI, there's that. So block the L1s, don't trigger the indestructible, and you're going to build up smolder. It's going to make your incinerates last longer. So sometimes when you go in, he'll auto block that. Other times he won't auto block it right away, and you'll get I got lucky there. I was able to block in time. There I did get off the L2 quick enough where I don't know if I recommend that, but yeah, M.O.D.O.K. goes down. But just block bait those heavies, try to not trigger indestructible, go back in, and then slowly just keep trying to get that stun shield down. Here we have a Professor X. So it was interesting. This was like right when Professor X had came out. He was like brand new. And, you know, I fought him a few times in EQ, no problem. This guy is not a stubborn defender. He does have that miss mechanic, but Human Torch, if he's at 10 or more temp, he can't miss. So I'm like, this should go okay. So I'm just blocking this, and look, boom, I got 6 smolder already. Start out with 2 because I have the synergy with Thing. But every hit that this dude does into my block, I'm getting smolder, so this dude is going to go down fast. Now you do have to watch out for switching over to Nova Flame, because that can kind of mess you up. But I'm just doing short combos, and he won't be able to make me miss with his phasing, because my temperature is going to be 10 plus pretty much the whole match. It's going to be blocking everything, and it's going to be raising his temp. So like I got down to 11, 2 blocks, back up to 20, hit him with an L2, boom, he's dead. That was super quick, super easy. You know, I said if I could choose anybody on this fight, if I was to see anybody, I said Thing. But man, keep feeding Professor X's. But that was the only one I've ever seen, and that was a super easy fight. So that's not a great placement. Here we got another M.O.D.O.K, another big head coming up, and he's only a SIG 20, going in with Torch. I think I'm gonna apply another heal, because yeah, you do want to be healed up on this dude, because you do take a lot of block damage. And I am boosted. I'm not sure if I'm going to show the boost or not. Nope, it looks like I am. Yeah, I'm triple boosted. And we're going to go in again, block bait the heavy, try to retaliate and get us an incinerate on. Sometimes he's going to auto block immediately. There, he doesn't do it. Or no, he didn't do it because I had knocked down the shield. Sometimes it's hard to keep track of the stun shield versus his auto block shield because they look the same. And there I get freaking parry stunned, and I'm just eating a combo to the face. 3 combos, 3 short ones. There I'm just trying to block. I'm in Nova, so I can't knock down the stun shield yet. I don't know what I was thinking on that one. Threw an L2. Luckily he goes in turtle mode. I should have died. Should have died right there. Didn't. Got lucky. And we're going in. Got a block. Knock down the shield. There, the shield goes down. Parry. Come on, parry him. Can't parry for whatever reason. His shield goes down. Stun shield goes down. And yeah, this is not, I'm not getting like hardly any damage off. And I have to block that. And yeah, as you can see, he's got 53% with my 5%. Am I going to finish this off? It's not going to happen. There's just, I don't have enough health to do this. And I'm going to die. Yes, I die. And for this war, I think this was like one of the few deaths I had in the season. So this was my fight, so I had to go in and revive, looking at the map going, that's right. So revive, heal up, torch. I think I only go like half, maybe less than half. We'll see. I know I don't heal up all the way. Probably should have. But I am boosted, so the amount of attack and stuff that I have is gonna help a little bit. But let's see how many health pots do I need, because this torch can take a lot of health pots. Yeah, so it looks like I'm going with 4 health pots. It's gonna be like what, 20 something thousand, 25, almost 26,000 health. You know, to be safe. I think I was just being cheap, but I knew I could do this, and I just totally messed up with that, with getting stunned. And if you can just really work out that stun timer, and man, the max lumber there was kind of killing me. But yeah, just keep getting those incinerates on, and it should be okay. I probably should have just went in for another heavy there because I had him cornered, and it would have gotten him knocked down, would have taken off his shield and applied the incinerates. There we get it, and he's dead. So it's unfortunate that I died, but you know, it happens. And now we got a thing again. This is war number 6 in the season, so we're about halfway through, and we've seen what, 3, 4 things. Again, for me, this is like my preferred fight to come up against, just because I'm just pretty confident with it. I mean, I think I have messed up a little bit here and there, but I don't think I've died to a thing on this node in a really, really long time. And so yeah, here we got him over the 15 rock stack. There, he throws his L1, so I'm gonna go and hit him, drop back, and get that indestructible off, and then just kind of go to town, kind of stall there on my combo so that I can end up with a medium that can take down that shield timer again, and that's just kind of rinse and repeat, so able to get out of that L2 without triggering the Dex and indestructible. Hit him with an L2, stuns him, go in, get to the 15, and I should have ended with a medium. I didn't. That's okay, because I'm going right here, back off, get the parry. Yeah, so that's just kind of my strategy. Just keep an eye on that, on his rock stacks, and just try to make sure you time that stun timer to go down with ending with a medium attack, whether you do a medium light medium or you extend out your combo or whatever, and it's not too bad. So yeah, I'll let this one play out, and I'll see you at the next one. So we're just finishing up here. Could have probably ended with an L3, but that damage knocks him out. And we get a nice clean solo there, no hits received. And guess what? War number 7, we got another thing. This seems to have been the champ of placement for season 21, which was fine with me because I was pretty much smashing it out every time. Looks like I had an indestructible boost still active from the prior fights. I'm boosted up, go in, kind of the same old thing. Keep an eye on the rock stacks and my combos, and with the medium, when that stun timer is going to get reactivated, that way you can always get your parries in, you can get your stuns in without getting reflected, and just not worry about temperature. I really don't throw a lot of specials typically. Sometimes I will, sometimes I won't. Just kind of really depends on where I'm at. You probably could throw some L1s, but the L1s, you know, they just raise your temperature a little bit, but you don't get any incinerate. So like the damage from the L1 really is inconsequential. Damage from the L2s is not too shabby. So like right here, do I go for an L2? I don't think I do, because I'm always worried about that stun shield. So unless it's like low rock stacks and the stun shield just got deactivated, I'll throw an L2. But otherwise, I'll just kind of ignore it. And I'll just play this out. Rank 3 torch can put in a lot of damage. There I went in for an intercept and I got hit. Luckily I had that indestructible up, so that saved me a lot of health right there. And we get him to 15. He is not at full bar power. Push him over with a few taps in the block. And here we go. Yeah, go in. If you got the indestructible up, go in, knock off the stun shield, back off, get the parry, going for the damage. And yeah, so that's just kind of a strategy that I have. Get a little intercept there, boom, knock off the indestructible again. So yeah, this is kind of the same old fight, and I'll see you at the end of this one as well. All right, so in this one we're ending, and he's at 15 rock stacks, not anywhere close to a bar of power, and I'm just trying to tap him over to that bar of power so that I can knock off the indestructible. I go in for an intercept, and luckily it looks like Assassins kicked in, and he didn't go unstoppable, so that was lucky. There we get the indestructible off, finish him off with an L3. So again, pretty decent fight. Got a little sketchy there at the end, but I was able to finish it off without a problem. Another thing solo. Apologize if this is getting old or whatever, but you know, this just kind of shows a little bit of practice, a little bit of confidence. Definitely can take this guy out. And it looks like that L3 didn't kill him. He's at 15 rock stacks, boom, waiting, parry. I got my parries available, but he's on protection. Whew, there we go. He's cleared. All right, we'll see what we got on this next one. Do we have another thing? Maybe. And yes, war number 8, we get another thing. So again, Torch is the man here. This is a low sig thing, so it's going to make it even easier because the protection is not going to minimize the damage nearly as much. And yeah, so we're going to go in, hammer this out. Same thing as the last few fights. Pay attention to his rock stacks. Don't worry about temperature. Incinerates, and just the damage will do plenty over the course of this fight. Take down that stun shield, get your nice little parry stuns in, do medium light mediums, get that damage going, and then like there I kind of stalled, timed my combo to end with the medium to refresh that knockdown of that stun shield, and then just rinse and repeat. So hopefully these kind of give you a good enough feel of how I'm doing it. Very, very confident with taking this down pretty much every single time. And I haven't died to a thing in a long time. So yeah. So if you got any questions, just comment in the comment section. I answer everybody's comments, questions, and I'm here to, try to help out where I can. Here it kind of got a little sketchy there. I got him to the 15 rock stacks and he wasn't near a bar of power. Luckily he was passive enough to where I could tap into the block, push him over, and then kind of repeat the cycle here. So I'll let this one play out and we'll see at the end. Alright, so we're finishing this dude off. Boom, a little tap, and another solo. That one was also very clean. No hits taken, one hit taken. And then look again, war number 9. So this is what like 4 in a row. Another thing. This was just like my assigned fight. This one is a max sig thing. Sig 200, rank 5. I'm triple boosted. And we're gonna go in and we're gonna hammer this dude out. Same thing. Pay attention to the rock stacks. Don't care about your temperature. Torches, incinerates, and just the damage over time will be plenty for this fight. And pay attention to that stun shield. Try to end your combos. Stall the combos if needed, so that you can always have that knockdown to where you can get stuns in. And yeah, it's just kind of go like that. And this guy's going down quick, Those incinerates can put in a lot of work. Granted, I do have a rank 3 torch, so that does help significantly. And there I get clipped, and luckily I didn't get hammered more than that, because he almost got pushed to L3, and then that would have been disastrous, because he goes unstoppable and unblockable and that whole bit. So, but yeah, I was able to get out of that pickle. And we're just gonna kind of wait for him to throw a special, go back in, get a couple medium light mediums off, knock down the stun timer, parry, get the indestructible off, and this guy's just melting. So we'll see at the end of this one as well. All right, we're trying to wait for a special to get thrown off. We get it, and we're gonna go back in and burn them to the ground. So besides that little sketchy situation towards the, beginning, middle of the fight, I did get hit, but we got him cleared, soloed. Now we got another M.O.D.O.K. This is War 10, and we're gonna get some revenge from that last kill that happened. I'm gonna heal up and make sure I have enough health because you're gonna be blocking like a madman. And I think on this fight was probably my cleanest M.O.D.O.K fight. I was on point with the intercepts, and I think this fight goes really, really clean. And yeah, intercept, get those incinerates on, and then use that stun shield downtime to your advantage as much as possible. And do I put on, I think I could put on a combat regen boost? No, invulnerability boost. So if you get stunned here by any of these guys, especially M.O.D.O.K, because every like 7th hit is a critical hit, and he hits really freaking hard. He even hits hard into the block and stuff. So yeah, it's just, you got to pay attention, be quick on, for this guy, I'm gonna try to charge the heavies as much as possible because that's gonna help knock down his shield. And it's going to disable potentially the stun shield. So, and if you back out timely enough and quick enough, you can get out of his heavy without triggering indestructible. So far this is going pretty well. We're already halfway down. We got 8 smolders, and we're just going to keep blocking those L1s. And I think I only trigger like indestructible like once in this whole fight, which is pretty solid if you ask me. And yeah, we're just doing well. Get his regular shield off, go back in, take down the stun shield. Now you get parries, boom, heavy him. And if you get him over into the corner enough, you can spam the heavy. You might have a sketchy situation where they have the stand your ground mastery that could jack you up. But boom, here, dead. So that was super clean. I think there's 1 indestructible trigger, 29 hits, M.O.D.O.K's dead. Oh, and look, it's our friend thing on Polka Dot Power. Stunning reflection. So we're gonna go back in, same thing, torch. This is just another example. This just shows like how easy this fight is for me. And look, this was an important war, and I didn't heal up, and maybe that was a little stupid, but that's how confident I am with this fight. I feel like got this fight down. Again, pay attention to his rock stacks, push him over his special, let him release it when he gets to 15, and then don't worry about torches temperature, just the regular incinerates, keep that stun shield down, and yeah, just kind of go to town. So we'll let this one play out again. But yeah, this is a pretty straightforward fight for me now. If anyone's playing in these, tier 2 war, whatever we're in, keep placing thing there. I really appreciate it. All right, so we're just finishing up. I started with 69% and I'm at 61, so I've only lost 8%. And then right there, I kind of got caught off guard because Assassin messed me up with the rock stacks that I was keeping track of, and it kind of just threw out my rhythm, and I got tagged backing out of that combo. Otherwise, I would have lost only 8% on that fight, which is pretty dang good, you know. Oh, and then look, we got our last war of the season, and it's my buddy Thing, who I love and I use on attack all the time. It's my buddy Thing on Polka Dot Power, Stunning Reflection. And this war was like, we were boosted. We needed this win. This was gonna be P1, Platinum 1, or Platinum 2. And so I'm putting on all the max boosts possible. And there's just no messing around, even though I feel super confident. Needed to make sure that this fight got soloed, no mishaps, didn't want to end it on a bad note. And we're just gonna go in and do our regular thing against this Thing. Watch his rock stacks, push him to 15, get him to throw his specials, and then always try to do short combos to knock down the stun shield. And then when it's coming back around, if needed, extend it, slow it down to where you end on a medium, to where you can always have that stun shield down, and then you can get your indestructibles off if you trigger them, which I did right there. But it's really not going to be a problem. And it's just medium light mediums. You get a lot of damage from those incinerates. And look, this dude's going down. Granted, I am boosted. I do have a rank 3 6-star human torch, so that's definitely going to help damage wise. But a rank 5-star torch, which is more typical, definitely can do a very similar job. It's going to take a little bit longer, but these fights are never going like to the 5-minute mark or anything like that, so you just got to be on your game for a little bit longer. And I don't think that's really too crazy. He's, with being able to stun him and take down that stun shield, Torch is just a great counter for this fight. As I've shown, I think I've fought this dude, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 times of the season. So kind of crazy. I hope people keep placing him here because I got this fight down, no problem whatsoever. And so yeah, we do win this last war, and we do end up getting into P1. We were actually P2, like rank 3 or something like that, and then that big band wave came through and pushed us up to P1 to like rank 22 or something. It pushed us up a significant amount of spots, which, you know, to all you cheaters out there that are, you know, modding, doing merc services, whatever you're doing, hey, keep doing that. I'm fine with that, because we're just gonna pass you up when Kabam puts the hammer down. So appreciate this nice surprise at the end of the season to get that bump after those initial ranks came out. But yeah, so if you guys have any questions about this fight, just in general with Polka Dot Power, Sun Reflection, I'm hoping I can provide enough samples as just like a reference. I wish there was a little bit more diversity on this, but you know, you get what you get. So I'll keep putting out these videos, and hopefully it's helpful. Thanks for watching, fellas, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.